Hey everybody, Jax here, and in the coming weeks I'm going to be bringing you guys some very big tutorials. And as you can see here, I have a screenshot from Battlefield 4 that I picked up off the internet, and I think these are some tutorials that people have been looking for a very, very long time, since way back after Bad Company 2, well, even Bad Company 1 came out. Everyone has wondered what DICE does to get such awesome destruction. And I think after some years of research and just trying to pick it apart in the games when playing, I think I figured out that there are two main methods by which they do destruction. And I'm not necessarily claiming I know for sure, because I could be off base, but there are two main methods that it looks like to me based on the collection of research I have. So the first one is they have a system much like UDK has, and that's called fracture. Much like from this pillar, when you shoot it, chunks start flying off. Little chunks that kind of fly off, then disappear, and it's a quick way to make it more visceral, a little more gritty and intense, while at the same time it disappears and doesn't really cost a whole lot memory-wise. That's a lot like UDK. So in the first part of the big tutorial series I'm going to be doing it's going to be modeling in 3ds Max, and then taking it over to ZBrush to do what we need to do in ZBrush, do some high poly work, and then we're going to be taking it all into UDK, and I'll be showing you guys how to properly use fracture. I see people using fracture wrong a lot, and it's kind of hard to say that it's wrong, but fracture is a tool meant to not create fully destructible environments. There's no gravity to the parts of the mesh, so it could be held on by a little tiny piece and it would make no logical sense. That's because it wasn't intended for that purpose, and it's not really realistic to do that in real time. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be modeling out this pillar, and I'll show you guys how to properly use fracture. And that's going to be the first part of the major series. The next part of the major series is I'm going to be doing something like this. I'm not sure. It might be the pole from Caspian border, to show you guys the best example that I can, and so you can make the connection and compare what I do to what DICE has done. And what we're going to do is, the second part of this pretty large tutorial series, is we are going to render out a simulated animation from Maya or 3ds Max. I still need to do the research into if 3ds Max can do it. I think there are ways in which we could do it in 3ds Max. I know Blender can do it, but I'm not sure about 3ds Max. But if I can, I'll do it in 3ds Max, and we are going to create a very, very realistic render of shooting down that pole. We might even create a few particle effects to increase the realism of the effect. And that one's going to take quite a bit longer. It's going to probably be quite a bit bigger, so I'm going to do that one second. So what you guys have looking forward to in the next couple of weeks is battlefield destruction in the UDK. And to clarify, the second part of the tutorial series can be done in any game engine. A lot of people think that all this technology of destruction and stuff is limited to Dice's Frostbite, and that's not entirely true. A lot of what they do can be done in any engine. The realism at which you can do that, like the particle effects, the real-time global illumination, which I believe Frostbite has, the HPAO, and all that stuff, is more what Frostbite does very well. So, well, let's get started.